Welcome everyone to the first of Fattoria di Fubbiano wine chat and cookery show. My name is Sandro Sarti. My brother Piero and I were the original founders of Fratelli Sarti, a group of restaurants in Glasgow. I'm now retired and I pass my time doing a little travel, wine and food consulting, and indeed organise bespoke tours to wine regions in Italy, which really means the whole of Italy. Piero is a proud owner of Pane, Vino and Glasgow, and he sells the best of everything Italian. And Piero's on the show today with us. Hi, Piero. Hiya. Hi, Piero. No, we can't hear Piero. Technical problem. We're going to have to go on. We'll come back to Piero, but there's no sound. The idea of Pane Vino started one day when Piero and I were sipping a glass of wine in Piazza dell'Anfiteatro in Lucca. We were sitting in a little restaurant called Pane Vino, and Piero noticed this Pane Vino on the archway and fell in love with the name and decided to start his own version of Pane Vino and in Glasgow. His love for Lucca and Toscana draws Piero to search for products from the land that we're from, and that is when a friend, Antonio Lena, who runs a fabulous little grocers in Vinciana, our home village, decided that he would take Piero up to Fubbiano and introduce him. Antonio produces his own meat, salami, prosciutto, biroldo, salsiccia. Anyway, they went up to Fubbiano and Piero met for the first time the lovely Chiara, the director of Fubbiano, Fattoria Fubbiano. He loved the wines, the enchanting place, and the people of Fubbiano so much that he started importing and successfully selling the range of wines to all his customers all over Glasgow. So enough talk of us, and let me introduce you to the creator and the brains behind doing these online wine and virgin olive oil and cookery talks, the director of Azienda Agricola Fubbiano, Chiara Luisi.
Hi, Sandro. Hi, Piero.
Hi,
can you hear me?
Yeah, Piero. There's no sound coming from Piero, I'm afraid.
I know, I'm sorry. Anyway, don't worry. We will fix it. Hi, I thank you very much, Sandro, for doing this with me, because what I'm missing more in this period of time is people. Because Fubbiano, as you said, is a very nice place, but really without people, I feel lonely, let's say. Anyway, I thank you for calling me director of Fubbiano, but I'm not a director. I'm just the person in charge of people visiting, doing wine tastings, and so on. So thank you very much.
You're our contact there. So we've always known you as the boss woman.
Okay. Okay. Anyway.
Well, I can now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our guests for today. The first guest I would love to introduce is Cristiano Cortopassi. Welcome, Cristiano.
Hello. Hello.
Cristiano.
Ciao, Chiara.
Ciao.
Cristiano is the head sommelier of the world famous Buca di San Antonio. He is a Associazione Italiana Sommelier, and many of you who have been to Lucca before will have no doubt have eaten in La Buca di San Antonio. This beautiful restaurant just off Piazza San Michele in Via San Paolino. La Buca has splendid wines, splendid wine list comprising many of the top wines of Italy, and also offers a range of vini lucchesi vini lucchesi are very popular now. It used to be that Lucca was not so much, but now they really are. And there's no one better qualified than Cristiano to tell us how to taste and explain the complexities of today's wine, which is, well, like Cristiano tell you what it is. Cristiano, please take over.
Today's wine, of course, from the Fattoria Fubbiano is 100% Vermentino. So it's a white wine. It's a local grape. It does grow in other parts of Tuscany, northern Italy, and Liguria, but Sardinia, the most famous one. But in Lucca, I think it gives out his best. So it's a very versatile wine, which you can use with starters. You can use as an aperitif. It's served quite cold. With seafood starters, with seafood in general, not with a strong sauce or like boiled or cooked in a white wine sauce, or even with white meat. ranging from...
That is exactly what we're going to cook today, right, Sandro?
It is, yes. And for the cookery side of the show, we have Guy Cowan. Hi, Guy. How are you?
Hi, Guy.
Hey!
Hello, hello, Guy.
Welcome. Right. So, for those of you, for the
Ciao.
for the few who don't know Guy, can I give you a small introduction of you, Guy? Would you allow me to do that?
Only a small one.
A small one.
Okay.
Guy owned a wonderful food shop called Guy's in Byres Road for many, many years. After that, he set up his unique mobile real food company, and he followed film crews and stars all over the UK, and he cooked and fed many stars, far too many to name, but I'm going to name some anyway, just to... And here they are. They're Mick Jagger, Cameron Diaz, Jennifer Aniston, Ewan McGregor, Brian Cox, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Roger Moore, Meatloaf, Hugh Grant, Sean Connery, and many, many, many more. Give me a list that goes on forever. And then he opened his lovely restaurant called Guy's in Candle Rigs, and we all ate very well at Guy's. And now I'm going to pass you on to Guy to let him explain to us what he's going to cook today. Guy,
Well, I'm taking a bit of a chance cooking for Italians, and Chiara's already told me that what I am proposing this evening is not an Italian traditional fare, so it's a marriage of fabulous Scottish produce with some very fine Italian ways and Italian produce as well, and hopefully the end result will put a wee smile on his chubby wee face, although who knows.
I'm sure it'll be fantastic.
So what we're going to have is we're going to have pappardelle, and that's the flour there for it, ready to go. We're going to have pappardelle with a cream and porcini sauce, and we've got pheasant breast from Our Lady down in the Scottish borders, and we're going to cook them and we're going to fry them in some breadcrumbs. So it's a bit like if you went into a restaurant and had a veal Milanese, except it's not tomato sauce, it's not spaghetti, and it's not veal. So it's nothing like it really. Anyway, we are going to crack on with the pasta because we need to get that made and in the fridge to rest. So we've got 150 grams of 00 flour, and we've got 50 grams of Semola, which is like finely ground semolina, and we're going to add 2 eggs. Now, normally we would be using Italian eggs, which I would get from Pane Vino, but because of the current situation, Italian chickens apparently have gone on strike, so we've got some free-range eggs from Corrie Main's farm, and we'll have a little bit of olive oil. I don't put salt in my pasta. I prefer to salt the water, which is more traditional. And this goes back to the time in medieval days when the Italian government put a tax on salt. So they stopped adding salt to bread and to pasta, and you added the salt at the end when it came to the table or when you were boiling the water. So it prevented them paying tax on it. So we follow that tradition. Anyway, here we go. 2 eggs, first of all. And we have a bin there. Okay. And we just start whisking this a wee bit, or beating it, and drawing a bit of flour in. You also have to make sure your hands are very clean, because you don't want to be doing this with dirty hands, because you're going to be getting your hands into it shortly. This, I'm just listening to a conversation going on in the background with somebody's battery, but never mind. Hopefully mine will be fully charged because I took the precaution of charging it beforehand.
Piero, is your phone working now?
I can hear you now, yes.
Oh, we can hear you as well.
We can hear you.
Okay.
I can talk,
Welcome, Piero.
but the only problem is I've only got 10% power. It's not my phone, it's Debbie's.
So,
See.
So, Sandro, at the very beginning, when Piero couldn't get into our show, you were speaking about pane vino. So, could you say that again, please, so Piero can come into the discussion?
Yeah, I think Piero remembers that day that we were sitting, sipping a nice glass of red wine at Pane Vino, and you really sort of went on about Pane Vino being a good name for your new restaurant.
I thought it was a very, not only an Italian name, but a very Tuscan name, you know, associated with wine and bread. And I just thought, definitely, you can't go wrong with a name like that for a good food shop, you know.
That was the bread without the salt.
Of course it was. So it was very easy, a good decision, and there wasn't any other Pane Vini restaurants in Glasgow until I decided to open this one. And then within 2 weeks, another Pane Vino opened in the other side of Glasgow. So there was 2 Pane Vino.
But the other one's spelled differently, though, I believe, isn't it?
So it was good. It's been a good experience. I'm very proud to be representing Lucca in Scotland, especially with some very good wines from Fubbiano.
Grazie, grazie, Piero. I must say that when I met Piero for the first time, I was very pleased because Piero is really, really a nice person. And I thank our common friend, Antonio di Vinciana, I will say hello, that introduced...
Antonio.
Yes. And Piero, can you say where do you live when you come in Lucca? We know Sandro, you stay in Lido di Camaiore, right? When you come to Lucca.
He's a big shot. I'm a contadino.
Instead, you have a house nearby Vinciana, right?
We have a house. Sandro and I have a flat in part of our grandfather's house in a small village near Ponte Moriano. Ponte Moriano is quite a busy wee place, and we have the best gelateria and one of the best in Toscana. Sauros.
Ah, è vero. True, that's true. Sauros. That's true. Know? Yes, of course, Sauros, I know.
Best ice cream.
Yes.
Even people from Montecatini and Florence go to get ice cream in Sauros.
Right.
Shall I pass us back on to Cristiano now for maybe a tasting demonstration?
Yes, let's go to meet Cristiano again. But we are all together.
We're all gasping for a glass of wine.
I'm going to get my wine. I'm going to get my wine. 2 minutes.
Okay. So, to start the tasting, first, you look at the color. You look at the color. So in this case, like I said, the real color of the wine, sorry, I can't say it, is on the edge. This is where the real color of the wine. So it's a golden yellow with a little bit of green on the side. You see the tonalities of green because it's a young wine, 2019. And then after you look at the viscosity of the wine. So how fast, how slow it runs through the glass. That gives you an idea of the alcohol content. So you see the legs, the arches between the legs, the smaller they are, the stronger the wine, and the alcohol content is much more. The larger they are, there's less. That gives you a first idea of how the wine is going to be. So after we go on to smell the wine. I was saying, first thing, I forgot to say that, but not many people do that. Before you smell the wine, you don't swirl around the first time. Because if there's a high acidity content in the wine, you can only taste it with the wine still. Because if you turn it around, the acidity evaporates. This is the organic acid in the wine. Anyway.
Good information you learn all the time.
Yeah. So here we go from white fruit, I would say peach or green apple to tropical fruit. Anyone can find a different aroma in it. I would say some green leaves, maybe, or chamomile, I don't know, orange flowers. Anyway, there's a lot of different. Each nose is different, you know. We're all the same. But it's a very interesting. Gives you an idea of the wine. It's aromatic and fruity. So
yeah, Cristiano, let me say something about this wine.
Of course, you talk now.
Thank you. As you said, Vermentino is a grape that is very popular in Toscana, above all on the coast of Toscana. And we harvest Vermentino generally at the beginning of harvest. In Italy and in Tuscany in particular, we harvest between September and October, even if in the last years we started to harvest much earlier because it becomes warmer and warmer. And so Vermentino last year has been harvested at the end of August. So this grape is harvested, he is softly pressed, and then the juice ferments in cold temperature in order to keep the smells on this wine. And then in April, it is generally bottled. So that's all. Let's say that the smells of this wine come all from the grapes themselves. So up to you, Cristiano, and then we go back to Guy to see what he's doing.
So shall we go and taste this wine? We've been waiting so long.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gasping. Salute.
Okay. Salute. Pasta dough ready to get wrapped.
Great. What are you doing, Guy?
For the miracle of science, we'll have it ready in 10 minutes, which will be in virtual time an hour. So into the fridge with the pasta, and we'll get on with the porcini sauce next.
Great. So we stay with you, Guy?
Yeah, let's stay a bit with Guy. Or do you want us to move away from now?
Okay, let's continue with the tasting.
Yeah.
Piero, do you want to say something about this wine? Why do you buy it? Why do you keep it into your collection, big collection of wines in your stock?
Oh, you're asking me many questions in one question. I think Vermentino, the wine Vermentino, we have to have it in our menu, in our wine range, as one of the most prominent, or I should say, one of the best-selling Italian wines. You see it in every menu, whether it's a Vermentino Sardo, or whether it's a Vermentino near our area with Vermentino di Luni, or of course Fubbiano. But Vermentino, I think, is, you think of summer, you think of it, nice fish. You think in Italy, you think of a Vermentino, one of the top wines that comes to me, and it's reasonably well priced. So a very nice wine, a very well balanced wine. I'm curious to see how it goes with Guy's cuisine, but I think it's strong enough. I think it's got enough character and enough body to go well with some stronger flavors like porcini.
Exactly.
I hope so.
So, Guy, what are you doing now?
Oh, right. Okay, we're going to start on the porcini sauce. Earlier on, I put the dry porcini into soak. Now, porcini, when I had my delicatessen 30 odd years ago, you only got porcini, dry porcini from Fattoria Brothers or Vivona and Crolla. Now you can even get porcini in Scotland. I think Sandro might have something to say about Scottish porcini, but these are the Italian ones that we're using today for sure. So they're soaking, and we're going to take them out of the water shortly, squeeze them dry, cut them, just roughly chop them for the sauce. But first we're going to start with an onion and a couple of cloves of garlic, which we're going to cook off in this fabulous olive oil. So,
Guy, while you're chopping your onion, you're going to have a good cry. I can just tell you a wee story about Piero and I's father. Used to go and search for funghi porcini all the time. He could see them from his car while he was driving. Don't know what the police would have to say about that. You know, I couldn't see them, and to this day, I can't see them even if I stand on top of them. Piero's different; he's good at finding them. But he used to go around finding. But the porcini, of course, were really sought after by the Piccini Scani and the Garfanini and the Barbigiani. You know, in the 50s and 60s, they would go and fill up car books full of funghi porcini. But I do have to say that the Scottish funghi porcini, although very good, are not as flavoursome as the ones that you find in Italy. What have you got to say about that, Guy Cowan?
Well, we've got Piero, but Piero can't hear anything. There's some sort of interference going on. It's quite bad.
Good. Guy, what is it you're doing at the moment?
Onions are chopped. We're just onto the garlic, and I need to figure out how to work these induction hobs here. But we're going to get some olive oil into this little pan, and I tell you, it's a real joy using this oil because it's pretty wonderful stuff. When I was a boy in Scotland, you only used olive oil for to put in your ears or in your hair. I didn't realise until I went into Factory Brothers about 5 or 6 or whatever age I was that you ate olive oil. And I remember being absolutely astonished when I went in and saw these shelves with olive oil on sale, and it obviously wasn't for replacing the brill cream. And of course, ever since I have been a big olive oil fan. I couldn't imagine a world without olive oil. It's one of the, if you take 10 ingredients to a desert island with you, it definitely would be right up there on the top, at the top of the list. Anyway, next we've got garlic. We like a bit of garlic.
Debbie.
Oh, apparently a phone has just gone. But never mind. So we're going to chop the garlic finely, and we'll soften it along with the onions so that we don't burn it. So that it's
okay. Okay, Guy, let's go back to Cristiano and then we come back to you. We go on with the tasting and then we come back to you, okay?
Tell them Piero's out of it.
See you in a minute. So, Cristiano, let's go on with the tasting.
Okay.
Put in your phone.
When you taste this wine, you get back what you smelt in the wine, the fruitiness, the herbs, and the especially the alcohol. Quite strong. You feel at the top of your stomach that is slightly burning, but has this very good acidity and a very good sapidity, which makes your tongue, saliva come out on the edges. So I think it's a balanced wine, even if it's just young, because we need the acidity to clean the mouth from the fat or the food, and the alcohol to compare in this case, and to compare with the meat. And the fruitiness, I think, goes really well to compare with the mushrooms, which have nice aromatic taste and smell.
It's a beautiful Vermentino. It has a
yes, it is. Yeah,
complex one.
It's a wine you could drink all day. Yeah. And with any dishes, it's except red meat, of course, and game, but any white meat, even grilled or roasted, or with a light sauce, not anything really strong.
Cristiano, how long do you think we can keep this wine?
Well, I think another 2 or 3 years at the maximum. Maybe longer, but we don't know. Yeah, it depends on the harvest of the year, how it's gone. But I would say 2 to 3 years. But you can drink it straight away. It all depends what you compare it with. Yeah, you pair the wine with different food, yeah. When he's young, when he's older, like any red wine or, yeah.
It's good to let our friends know that this Vermentino is 14%.
I know. Incredible, yeah.
It's not a 12% wine.
No,
It is because, of course, as I said, summer is becoming warmer and warmer in Italy,
every year,
Toscana.
Yeah.
And so warm summer means a lot of sun, so a lot of sugar and a lot of alcohol. That is natural.
Right.
Yes, of course. Yes.
But now
Let's
you
hear
work a lot.
Piero, are you back?
Can you see? Can you? I'm still here. I'm listening. I'm trying to listen to you all, but my phone, Debbie's phone ran out of power, and I'm sorry, but it's the first one of these. We'll get it right eventually.
Piero,
but I think if we're talking about the Vermentino, I think it's absolutely delicious. It's and it's got a lot of body and a lot of flavour, which I think will go well with Guy's cuisine.
Right. So Piero, finally you are back, because I saw that you came in and out, so I was not sure if you were listening to us or not. Anyway, now I'm sure you're in.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Cristiano, let's go on with our tasting.
So this is a wine, once you have in your mouth, it lingers on for a long time. This fruitiness, this alcohol, sapidity, acidity. It's, I don't know how to say, it's like a song, you know, it fills your mouth. Yeah. And the aftertaste, it's a little bit bitter, but that's, it's not something wrong. It's something of quality, I would say. Yeah, because this wine is dry. It's not sweet wine. It's not a medium wine. It's a dry wine. Like most of white wines, people think, you know, this is sweet. No, it's fruity, but it's not sweet. Yeah. I have to tell a lot of customers, you know, they sometimes they say, I don't like it. Can I have a drier one? You know, just a little bit sweet. No, but it's not sweet. It's fruity. That's the right name for it. Yeah.
I agree, because I meet so many people from all around the world, and sometimes people say, no, I would like something drier. And I say, it is dry. Maybe
only dessert wines with sugar.
I agree, they're mistaking the fruit for sweetness, which it's a balance.
It's a balance. Yeah, you need it all. Yeah. That's what makes a great wine, you know, all the balance of all the components. That's very interesting. Yeah.
It is very different, can I say, you know, being going every year to Lido di Camaiore and sort of living there for a while. Vermentino is a wine that goes very, very well with seafood, scoglio, vongole, all this usual food that you get on the coast, all the fish. But the Vermentino from Luni it's a much lighter wine, less complex. In most cases, I would say.
Yeah, that you can drink a bottle without even think about it, especially on the beach. You know, I go a lot to Lerici at the seaside, and I've tried a few different ones. Yeah, and they're all very nice.
Lerici is famous for Cinque Terre, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah. But
Lerici is the beginning of the Gulf. So from Lerici you can take all the ferries going to Cinque Terre.
No, but I'm thinking of the vino, the actual wine called Cinque Terre.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but that's in Cinque Terre, not in Lerici. Lerici is nearer to Colli di Luni.
Of course, it's before,
It's before, Sarzana is nearer. So, yeah.
You know, Sandro, my partner, he's from Lerici, so I'm very used to that area. That's a very nice area anyway. Even if look, of course, it's beautiful. Yes, of course.
I tried most of the restaurants there,
Yeah.
Piero and I's father is Spezzino.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, really? That's great. Anyway, I just would like to tell you that we are missing a Guy, because I don't know what happened, but his camera is not working anymore. So let's go on tasting and let's speak about Lucca and everything. In the meanwhile, they come back on the screen, okay? So Cristiano, we were just tasting, we were just drinking. When at the beginning, you were speaking about how to taste the wine. So when we start drinking, should we swallow it immediately or should we do something different?
No. You put it at the tip of your tongue. Then you swill it back to your throat and back in the front again. You make like a breathing. So the wine, even as a white, it needs to oxygenate a bit. So you get the real taste of the wine. If you just drink and put it down, you can't taste anything. You have to take your time, leave it in your mouth, let it flow around your palate, so you get all the different tastes. Otherwise, you never. If you just put it down, you can't taste anything. Yeah. So it's very important that you do that.
When you work at La Buca, now we know that La Buca, the restaurant where you're working, is closed because everything is closed all around the world.
That's right. Yeah.
But when you used to be at La Buca, do you remember what dish did you used to suggest with this wine?
Oh yes, guinea fowl, breast of guinea fowl, cooked in the oven with grapes, fresh grapes, and bacon, or pancetta, Italian pancetta. Yeah.
So that is something very, very similar to what Guy is cooking for us today.
Yeah, I was cooking today. And I think the wine with that body, white wine, goes really, really well. Of course, you can put a red as well, a light red, but it's interesting I like to pair wine with, with something a difference. Not always, the what people think is normal to have a red wine with meat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to put a white wine or a rosé with this kind of meat, and it's people do appreciate it, and they go back and taste it again. Very interesting. Yeah.
Sandro, do you used to go to La Buca when you are in Lucca?
Oh yes, we've been to La Buca many times. I've even taken a group of people, a club gourmet to La Buca. We've been there with Antonio Lena, and Buca's excellent, great atmosphere. I love all the copper stuff hanging from the ceiling. Service is superb, and it also gives you the opportunity to taste La Cucina Lucchesi, which is an amazing cucina, but they do it in such a way that you can taste lots of different things. I believe you still do that, don't you?
We still do, yeah. Even take away, yeah.
Now it's the only possibility you have, right?
That's right. At the moment, yes. We'll see next week or the week after. I don't know. It's all in the air. We don't know. All these new regulations going to be hard, but we'll be there.
And of course, La Buca has a sister restaurant called Il Giglio.
Il Giglio, yeah. They just got the Michelin star. So they change their food, the way they lay the tables, the way they serve people, and it's really interesting. It's I always say it's a food experience to go to the Giglio. I know the local people don't like it too much because they're so used to the old-fashioned, but you go there, you got to make your mind and think, well, I'm going to have a food experience. And the best thing to have is the tasting menu where the chef brings you whatever he wants. And it's a good thing because the chef will give you the best and will explain. It's really interesting.
Good.
Okay, maybe we've got Piero and the Guy back on the screen.
Well, we've got Piero, but we don't have his voice.
No, I turned his voice off because there is some echo.
Yeah.
So I turn it off again. Anyway, we have Guy again. No, not
okay. Back again. Welcome back, Guy. You better get on with Guy then.
Okay, Guy.
Listen, we're having a few. I don't know if you can hear me, but we're having
Guy, what are you doing now?
Well, I've just added the cream. I've softened the onions and the garlic, and I've added the porcini water. I've cooked that down for a wee bit. Now we're adding the cream, and we're going to cook that down for a wee while. And then we'll add the porcini, and we'll season it, and that will be that. We'll be ready then to bread the pheasant, which will be the next stage. And then the final stage will be to bring it all together. If we don't have any more power cuts, blown fuses, I think I overloaded things with the cooker tops here. Anyway,
great.
All good, all working, and it's all smiles at this end. How are you guys?
We are fine.
Yeah.
We are fine.
How's the weather in Italy?
The weather is not very good today, I must say.
Yeah, it's a little bit cloudy,
Yes, a little bit cloudy. So, for Italians, it is not so good. Maybe in Scotland, you're used to this kind of weather, Sandro.
Well, we've actually had very nice weather so far. We're a bit chilly today, but not raining. Yeah, we've been out in the garden and can't complain about the weather. It's just a shame for all the poor people who are locked up still. You know,
Yeah.
Italy had all that. Now they've got a little bit of freedom with the new law. You know, England's got the freedom. Whether Boris is right or not, we don't know. But Scotland, you know, Nicola's keeping us all locked up for the time being. But we'll wait and see. You know.
Sandro, I see a message I'm putting on the screen. Bermuda now watching. Do you know this guy Bill Smith from Bermuda?
No, hold on a minute. I'll just.
Okay, so I'm happy to hear that someone from Bermuda is
Yes, great.
very good, very good. So, Cristiano, let's speak about La Buca. What kind of people do you meet when you work at La Buca?
Well, I would say I've met so many people you wouldn't believe. I can't even remember them all. But we are from local people like lawyers, local firms, local doctors. And we go from, well, in the summer, it's mainly foreigners, I would say from 80 to 90% foreigners from America, France, Spain, England, Scotland, of course, Holland, and quite a lot from, well, no, a lot of people bought their houses in Lucca. So we're very lucky to have them quite a few times a year. And since I've been to the Buca last 34 years, each year a foreign customer has bought a house in Lucca. So at least 34 people have bought a house in Lucca since I worked at the Buca, which is interesting, yeah. Maybe more.
Piero.
Amy, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I speak, Piero. I speak. I make a question and then you answer to me, and then I turn on your audio again. Okay. So you have always been in love with Lucca. So even if you live in Scotland, you have always come back to Lucca. But my question is, where were you born? In Lucca or in Scotland? I know Sandro can answer to you, but I want you to answer too, please.
Okay. I was born in Scotland. I was born 1 minute's walk from where I'm sitting now. There is a hotel called the Orchard Park Hotel, but it used to be a nursing home, and I was born there.
So was I.
But I was brought up as an Italian, very much on my mother's side, Lucca. And my mother always used to say to me, "What am I doing in this country? I should live in Italy." My mother always said that to me during her life.
Sandro, do you agree?
Sandro as well. He can't deny it. He feels more Italian than what he does Scottish. We feel Italian. It's not our fault. It's our parents' fault. If it's a fault, I don't think it's a fault. I think it's an honor. We're very proud of it. No, I'm Italian.
You have to
Salute Italia.
Chiara, you have to remember the way we were brought up, because whenever we used to come home from school, we came home to an Italian household where everybody spoke Italian, and it was like almost as though you were in Italy for some of your life and you were in Scotland for the rest of your life. So, you know, you tend to your love for both countries, but certainly, you know, we have this big love for Italy. I can't hear anybody, by the way.
I am here. Don't worry.
Can I say something, Chiara?
Sure.
Okay. The big issue of being Italian sometimes is misunderstood in Scotland. I think Scottish people are lovely, and I'm very proud of Scotland. Whenever I go to Italy, I speak very proudly of Scotland and my Scottish background. The fact that I feel Italian isn't that I'm against Scotland. It mustn't be interpreted that way. I'm Italian. I'm not anti-Scottish. But sometimes amongst younger people, amongst friends over here, they don't understand that. They say, "Well, what are you doing in this country? What are you doing here?"
Well, I live here. I work here. This is where I was born. But how I feel is how I feel. You can't take that. You can't.
Sounds like you for a song.
Okay, Piero, I hope that your customer continue to come to your shop after what you said. I'm very proud about what you said, of course.
Very, as I said, I made it quite clear. I have, most of my friends in my life are Scottish, and I live in Scotland. And the one thing we should be very proud of as Italians, we have always been very good at integrating. Anywhere we go, we integrate very well. That's because of our vino and our pasta.
Of course. So let's see what Guy is doing. Hi, Guy. What are you doing?
Taking too long.
Maybe he was not ready to answer to us. Okay. So let's wait some more minutes. Let's talk with Cristiano. So Cristiano, let's go back to Luca. What can we say more about Luca? Sandro, if you want to say something too, you're welcome, of course.
Yeah. What shall we say about Lucca? It's a very attracting place. I think most people that come to Lucca, they always come back. I mean, there's no way. They all fall in love. And I think in the last few years, I've fallen back in love with Lucca. I look more around myself, I look up and discover new places, like a new balcony with roses at the top, because we always walk with our head down, and you do understand why people fall in love with Lucca. Not just around it, of course, the hills, the mountains, Garfagnana, I mean, incredible. I had my holiday in Garfagnana last year for a week, and I just loved it. And the prices are so low, incredible.
That is better, of course.
Incredible, really. For the food you get, it's really, it's very simple food, homemade, but to die for. Yeah.
So, Guy, now you're back. Sorry, Sandro, please.
It's okay. I just always think it's very, very hard. In fact, I can say hand on heart, I have never had a bad meal in Italy.
That's right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Because when you go from Cucina Povera and then you go all the way up to Trattorie, Osterie, Ristoranti, you go up to the level of La Buca or Il Giglio, or now, there's is it a 2 Michelin star in Principino?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
In Viareggio. I've never had the pleasure of being taken to eat there. I'm not going to pay the money, but anyway.
No, it's expensive.
I've never eaten badly in Italy, I must admit. Never.
No, it's difficult.
So talking about food, let's go back to Guy. No, but maybe he went back. No, he's coming back. Guy!
Hey, good Guy.
Hello.
Thank you.
So, what can you tell us?
Okay, so here we have the lovely Scottish pheasant breast.
Yeah.
Which
beautiful.
were shot by a friend of mine, Lynn Harris, who is very handy with a gun, so you don't want to fall out with her. But she shot these, and we're going to just dust them in a little flour, egg, and breadcrumbs, and then we'll let them sit for a minute, because the mushroom sauce here is now ready. So we're going to turn that down to the lowest heat. I think we're on the lowest heat. 5 the lowest heat. Okay, so the sauce is ready. It's absolutely delicious. I'm down to let Chiara try it, but I don't want to spoil the excitement for him later on.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys.
So anyway, we're going to season the egg and the flour, and we're going to put a wee bit of paprika, smoked paprika, in both of these. We'll whisk the eggs, and actually, you know what? We can turn that off here just now. That's fine.
So now you are cooking in Piero's shop. So where is Piero's shop in Giffnock exactly? Because, as an Italian, I think Glasgow, but Giffnock is a village or is a part of Glasgow? Sandro, this is up to you. Oh, Piero is
a very nice suburb of Glasgow. They call it a village because it's a very close community. It's a lovely place. And it has lots of nice restaurants and bars. I don't know how many miles is it from Glasgow, Piero? I don't know how many miles it is from Glasgow. 6 or 7?
What, where I live? The shop's in maybe 6 miles from Glasgow city centre. It's a lovely area, a very affluent area. It's it's an area which is very sought after because of great schools. It's very green. It's lots of lovely residential houses, and it's one of the top 2 or 3 areas that people would like to live in the whole of Scotland. So it's a good place. It's a good place and very loyal customers. I have to put that bit in. Thank you to all my customers. They're extremely loyal and I've been very, especially during these hard times that we're having now. We're getting lots of support when I open the doors. So I'm very grateful. Very grateful.
Nobody can hear me.
Was the volume up on us? Okay.
Can we go back to Guy now, maybe, to see how he's getting on?
Yeah, go back to him.
Yeah.
We'll have something to eat by midnight.
So here we have the pheasant in the seasoned breadcrumbs, flour, and egg. We're going to get the pasta out next. And,
Guy, did you bash the pheasant first? Did you flatten it? Did you flatten the pheasant first?
Because it's only getting cooked for a couple of minutes. We're going to eat it slightly raw in the middle. It's only getting cooked for a couple of minutes in each side, 2 or 3 minutes in each side. It won't need it. It's very tender.
Okay.
Because it's wild as well, so it's going to be very, very tender, very succulent. So I'm hoping. But I need to wash my hands, get these little furry fingers off, and I'll then get the pasta dough out. Okay.
So while you do that, could I just say a few words on Fubbiano? Because it's an absolute wonderful place for anyone to go to. I'm hearing feedback. Right. Sorry. That's it. So we know. Hi.
Sandro, we're not lucky. We're not lucky today with Piero's camera.
But actually, I just wanted to say a few words, Chiara, on Fubbiano itself.
Thank you.
It's just a beautiful place for anyone who has the opportunity. If they need information about wanting to go there, they can contact me or Piero. It's a 17th century villa which is open. You can go and stay there. It has a wonderful swimming pool. It's next to a hamlet with the hamlet has a wine shop, the Fubbiano wine shop, where you can find the charming Chiara there all the time. That'll let you taste all the wines you want, and they have some fabulous wines. If you tune into us every week, you'll get to know what wines they have. It's just a lovely, relaxing place to stay with a view to die for. You can see San Gennaro in the mountains up to the left, and you can see the whole Lucca Valley down below you. Next to Collodi, where Pinocchio was born, or I should say Geppetto was born. Not Geppetto, Collodi himself.
Pinocchio, Collodi, yes, of course.
So it's just a wonderful part of the country, very close to Montecatini Terme, very close to Florence, to Lucca. Really have to go there on your holidays. That's it. Said my bit for Fubbiano. And that's not an advert, that's from the heart.
Grazie, Sandro. Sandro is very nice. You can't imagine how nice he is when he comes to Fubbiano with, I think he does it everywhere, every time he goes around with his customers, because he is a good tour guide and he often organizes tours throughout Italy, right, Sandro?
Yeah. Sorry.
You always organize tours along Italy.
I can organize tours to Fubbiano and take people, like we did the last time, from Fubbiano. We took them to eat all over. We didn't take them to La Buca di San Antonio this time, but next time we'll take them there. This time we took them to Antica Locanda di Sesto to see Aurelio Cristiano. I think you know him, don't you? But anyway, we go all over the place, and of course the countryside is just so beautiful. And then we cooked in your fabulous kitchen.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
And you gave us a wine tasting. You presented.
I was just saying that when you came to Fubbiano, it was very nice because you really took care of the people that were with you, because you used to, maybe they were a little tired some evenings, so you decided to stay home, and so you cooked for them some spaghetti or stuff like that, exactly like a mom, like an Italian mom, and this impressed me a lot. So I love that so much. So
and you did the wonderful breakfasts.
Nothing special, really. So talking about spaghetti, let's see what Guy is doing. Guy.
Hello. Hi. Well, we've got the pasta out of the fridge.
Okay.
Cut it into 4 pieces. I'll wrap these bits up. I'm going to roll this out and put it through the rolling attachment on this food mixer. Now, traditionally, it would be done by hand, but if it can save you a bit of... of course, I'll need to plug it in, won't I? Haha.
We are all looking forward to what you're preparing.
With a machine, that's even better.
Okay.
So...
Okay, so some technical problems. It is normal during a live, right, Sandro?
It's fine. It's fun. I hope everybody's enjoying it. Cristiano still with us, or disappeared?
Cristiano disappeared from the screen. Anyway. Maybe Guy is calling. Guy, are you calling?
And we go down a notch every time.
Oh, he's making pasta. Okay.
Very good, Guy.
I don't know if you can see me, hear me.
Oh, yes,
of
see
course.
you perfectly.
Who? Keep going down, keep going down. Very good, right, okay.
Hey guys, I see from all the comments that are coming that you have so many friends in the Scottish community. It's great. Sandro, how is it possible that you are surrounded by so many friends?
Oh, Guy's got millions of friends. I mean, he also does. He comes to your house and does cooking. Guy will do, personal catering for you as well. If you've want to have a dinner party, and he's very well known.
Sandro, someone is talking about you. Look at this message. Can you see that?
So,
yes, I know that Johnny. Yeah, he's been to Lucca, and I believe the next time Johnny goes to Lucca, I think he's going to have to come up to Fubbiano because he drinks a lot of Fubbiano, I believe.
Yeah. Thank you. There are so many messages about Fubbiano wine, so it means that Piero sells a lot of our wines. I'm so happy. So happy.
Yeah.
Or maybe Guy. Maybe Guy is calling us. Guy, did you call us? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you before.
And we're going to cut this into manageable strips. And we'll make some pappardelle.
What's that you've got there, a ruler?
And I quite like the sort of rustic, mismatched. Not every piece is the exact same width. But at the end of the day, it's how it tastes. And I'm sure this is going to taste fabulous, even though I say it myself. But you're getting the idea. The most simple thing in the world to do is to make pasta. I don't know why everybody doesn't do it, but all you need, the flour, the eggs, and a little perseverance.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chiara's going to go and make pasta after this, aren't you, Chiara?
No, sorry, Sandro. You know very well that I'm not a cook and I hate cooking. Luckily, my partner is a good cook, so he cooks for me.
Yeah,
And
that's
even
good.
tonight he's
Cristiano,
going
can you
to
hear
cook.
me?
Sure, of course, Guy.
Can Cristiano hear me?
Cristiano, luckily, is out of the show. I think that his computer was
left.
off. Go on,
know,
Guy.
The last time I saw Cristiano was in Lucca a couple of years ago when we went to see the Rolling Stones, and he was just he's always so efficient and so professional.
I agree.
He's a great ambassador for Italy and for Tuscany.
Here is Piero back. Ciao, Piero.
Piero's back. Hi, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm still watching. I'm getting hungry, but I don't know how long Guy's going to take.
So you will be the judge of this cooking show.
If I can stay awake. If I can stay awake, because I've actually drank. While I was in backstage, I've drank a bottle of Vermentino.
We're going to do one more.
But Chiara, you are right though in saying that, you know, people think that Italians all make their own pasta, but I think De Cecco, Boiello, Barilla, Menucci rank high on the list. There's not many have got time to make pasta anymore.
So, right,
you know?
because women generally work, of course, and men are starting to cook, but maybe during weekends and stuff like that. So maybe they love to make their own pasta, but just, you know, to show their own virtues, you know. No, sorry, Guy, I was not talking about you, eh?
We're talking about pasta. Can you hear me now?
No,
He's
I'm going to use it.
Can you hear me? Sandro, Chiara, can you hear me?
Yes?
See.
You can hear me. Listen, see if we're talking about pasta. We have a mutual friend here in Glasgow who has opened in recent times an absolutely fantastic pasta restaurant. But an enormous one. Huge. He has all the chefs from Italy, and I have to say with my hand in my heart that the pasta is as good as anything I've eaten in Italy. It's called Sugo, and it's a Scottish boy. How's that? Not even an Italian. And it's the best fresh pasta restaurant you'll get in the United Kingdom. It's absolutely fantastic.
Great.
Fabulous. I'll second that.
Fabulous. It's about 250 seats, and the atmosphere is fantastic. Well, it's a shame we're talking about restaurants during a time when they're all closed. But I just want to talk about the product. The product is absolutely fantastic. For years and years and years in Glasgow, we've not eaten pasta as good as this now. Absolutely fantastic. Very good. Oh, very bad.
Sorry. Tonight we are unlucky with the audio. Guy is
Hurry up.
Guy is cooking for how many people are you cooking, Guy? There I can see just Piero and you. Who is coming to it? Aren't you locked down in Glasgow?
Yeah, we are locked down. Yeah, I can't even go, and I'm only a few miles away.
I am getting hungry, really hungry. What I would like to say to all Scottish people, to all people from the UK, is that Piero buys our wine. So he is the only person in the UK that can distribute our wine. Right, Piero? You are the exclusive distributor of our wines.
I'm the one person in the whole of the UK that sells your wine. That's fantastic. I'm very proud. Grazie.
But the other thing, Chiara, thing Piero sells is, of course, which we'll probably do a different thing, is your very good olive oil.
Yes, of course.
And I mean, Fubbiano olive oil is just fantastic. You know, it's what olive oil should be. Of course, you can only really afford to use Fubbiano in salads or boiled vegetables or drizzled over some pasta. You could never cook. Because Piero, how much is a bottle of Fubbiano oil? Piero, pay attention. How much is a bottle of Fubbiano oil?
pay attention.
Piero is drunk, I think. Anyway.
I think he is, yeah.
Get in there.
Piero, how much is a bottle of Fubbiano oil?
Very cheap. Very cheap. £20.
Oh, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Hey, Sandro, Cristiano is back. Hi, Cristiano.
Hi, sorry about that.
Where did you go into the bathroom? That took a long time.
Yeah, it was a big job. Sorry. No.
So, Guy, do you think that, let's say, for tonight, we will be able to have your pappardelle with pheasant breast and porcini sauce?
Okay, so we're putting the pheasant on.
Piero needs some food because he's drinking too much.
You know, Piero, Italians never drink without food, you know, but we are doing that because I'm drinking since the beginning of the show. So, you know, in Italy, we have two different ways of saying cheers. We can say salute and we can say chin chin, while maybe in English you can just say cheers, right? Sandro is not listening to me. Okay. Okay. So this is our Vermentino.
Cheers to all the viewers. Okay. Cheers to all the people who are viewing this.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Anyway, according to the comments, I see so many people are following us. What is he doing? What is he saying? Guys, we are on you now. What are you doing?
I don't know.
It's a very slow pourer. Mind you, I suppose the price. Okay, what have we done? Oh, here we are.
I think that we are really at the end of his cooking. So, Cristiano, can we say something else about this one? What are you doing, Cristiano?
Yeah.
I'm having a nibble. I'm having a nibble.
This is not a commercial for an industrial company.
I know. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Piero, would you like to say something else about, I don't know, our relationship? I can say something about our relationship, you and me, Piero. Maybe your wife is a little jealous, but I can say that there is nothing particular between us, just a very good friendship, as well as with Sandro, of course.
Of course. Nothing.
Yes.
Of course. You've put me on the spot there, yeah. More than a very good business relationship, yeah. A very pleasurable one. I love to come to Italy and I love to come to Fubbiano and to visit you as well, to see you.
Yeah, of course, I love that too.
Fubbiano need to realize that you're a very important part, you're a very important piece of their business.
Say that again.
Chiara, I hope nobody misunderstood from earlier. I said that you were serving us breakfast.
It's nice. Don't worry, it's not a problem. I do everything, Sandro. I do everything. Piero, sorry, we didn't hear what you were saying. Say that again.
I said that you are a very important front man of Fubbiano.
Great. Okay. So now you're going to Guy? Okay, so we put you all together.
I need to go, sorry, I need to go a minute.
We need to, obviously, that's usable. We have a power outage at the moment. Obviously, the little monkeys that Piero's got peddling his generator aren't peddling fast enough. You what? It must be the fuse in the actual plug.
Hey guys, this is normal. This is what normally goes on in the shop, right, Sandro? When you go to that shop.
Normal, every day, yeah.
The pheasant's in the pan. The pasta water's ready. You know, it's probably too much of a load on the one plug with both these things on, Chiara.
They seem to be two funny friends, are they, Sandro?
I beg your pardon?
They seem to be two funny friends. They seem to have a
They're
lot of fun together.
Very funny friends, yes.
Yeah. So it seems that they are doing something by themselves. So,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah,
are having a lot of fun.
yeah,
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
This is the first show, so we're allowed to make a few mistakes. But
Leave
next
me with
week
this
we have to
one
get it right.
Cristiano, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No,
Okay,
no,
so
no.
power's back on.
Just a silly thing. No, let's wait for Guy. Is he saying
Guy,
something?
Guy, are you saying something?
The power's working,
Oh, good. Good.
and we're cooking with gas or at least electricity for the next 30 seconds anyway. The pheasant is in the pan here with some of that wonderful Fubbiano oil. And we're going to do it for a couple of minutes this side, flip it over, squeeze a little lemon juice on it, and then we'll try and get the pasta water on, and hopefully we'll be eating in 3 minutes. And a half.
Okay.
Good, super.
Piero, do you hear me?
Look at that.
Piero, how do they look? Do they look good?
When I taste it, I'll give you a fair opinion.
Okay. You stay there. So
I'm just going to drink
anyway,
more wine.
Right. We're going to turn that down. We're going to turn this up.
If I finish the white, I can always go into this one.
Why not?
no, Sandro. Tonight it is Vermentino.
Okay, fair enough.
So every wine has got its own dignity. Every wine must be paired to the right dishes, of course. So is it right, Cristiano?
Yes, it's perfect.
Francis has commented that she thinks Piero is drunk.
No, I was going to say before.
I think you're right, Francis. I think you're right.
Yeah.
You just need to see where he's putting the telephone, just moving all around so it doesn't find a place.
But I think Guy and Piero could put up a culinary comedy show very easily.
Yeah.
They'll be really successful.
Do you think, Cristiano, do you think they would get a job in La Buca?
Oh, yeah, no problem. Just entertaining people, yeah, while they're waiting for the food. Of course they could.
Piero! Oh my God. Every time I try to open Piero's microphone, it is a mess in the shop anyway. Piero, move your finger from the camera. Hello? So
Like
now
we say in Italy, take your finger out.
Hey, Cristiano, please.
Oh, sorry.
So I see he's standing just before the shelf where our Fubbiano's products are displayed. That is very nice. Thank you very much. And luckily we can't hear him anyway. Sandro, how much do you miss Italy? How are you missing the fact that this year?
Well, I would normally have been there in the spring.
Yeah.
Just setting up the flat, going to see the family house. And then, of course, we're there all summer. But this year, we're not going to be there all summer. Hoping maybe in the autumn to come over, which is a lovely time of the year anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course. I hope they will open borders.
We'll come for a meal at La Buca.
Oh,
yeah. I'm sure we'll be there.
Too. Yeah. I come too. We go all together.
We'll go together.
I want you all four of you. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Oh, let's see. Guy is what's the expression in English to say scolare la pasta?
He's draining the pasta.
Okay, so let's go to him. Guy, are you draining pasta? Guy.
Yeah. So the pasta's ready.
Okay.
And the pheasant's going to be ready by the time we've got this all in the porcini sauce. And there we are. We'll get rid of this pot. And we need plates, please.
Plates. Piero, Plate
Okay.
for Guy, please.
It's very difficult. I'm trying to be an electrician, a technician, and a commie chef.
That's
And
a
I'm
multitasking man.
These are the best songs we have.
sorry,
Multitasking man.
multitasking man, but not ideal for viewing for people wanting to view. But
That is
anyway,
fun. That is fun. Don't worry.
it's not very easy.
Pasta over. Next bowl.
Wow.
Looks good.
Looks
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Very good.
Oh, I can smell it from here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I need to put some cheese on
You
it.
need to. Absolutely put cheese on it.
Hang on.
Sandro, you know what is the worst thing? That when we close this live, they keep
Okay, next bowl.
eating. They stay there
And
eating,
maybe
you
a
know?
plate for.
You're not.
Okay. One of the plates. If you give me the plate over for the pheasant, please.
And instead we are here. What is the English for acquolina? What is the English for acquolina?
Mouth-watering.
Cristiano, you know that?
What can we
Cristiano,
call this dish? We'll have to give the dish an Italian name. Pappardelle al Fubbiano.
yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Alfagiano
Okay.
e salsa di porcini. Ah,
Yes.
Piero is
Salsa di
eating. Wait.
porcini.
Let's see. Piero,
Oh.
what can you say? How is it?
Okay, guys, am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
Right, I'm going to try this lovely pappardelle.
Yum, yum, yum.
You lucky boy.
And so,
Hey, listen, very, 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 very. Okay, I'm going to describe the plate. The pasta is extremely delicate, very light. It's not strong. It's not overwhelmed with porcini as you would expect. It's very, very, very delicate dish. Perfect. It actually goes extremely well. It's got enough balance in acidity, and it's got enough. What's the word? I'm looking for the minerality of it is more than. It will not overwhelm the pasta. Absolutely delicious.
yeah, Piero,
So,
have a glass
yes.
of Vermentino. Have a glass of Vermentino with that, please. So let's see if it is good together.
I don't know, but you have to try the pheasant.
Tell me again. I didn't hear you.
Try Vermentino with that to see if they match well together.
The Vermentino with the pasta.
Yes, please.
I tried it already. That's what I was doing. I tried it. It matches very well. The Vermentino is not. It doesn't overpower the pasta. They go very, very well together. The flavors mingle very exquisitely.
The pasta.
Great.
Can you see me at all?
Of
Yeah, I
course
can
we
see you.
can.
Very clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here we have
Ridiculous.
Debbie, who's been cameraman
Hi,
for the night.
Debbie. You deserve
Debbie.
your work for that.
Debbie is Guy's wife, of course.
With the pasta, it is a great combination. You can see me. With the pasta, it goes extremely well. Well balanced.
Okay. So
Cheers.
you can say everybody
Okay, you need to
cheers.
try the pheasant.
Okay, we're
Oh,
trying.
yeah. I'll try the pheasant first.
Okay.
Can we have
Nice
a close-up of the pheasant? Yeah.
Well cooked.
Mm.
Very tender, delicious.
No. It's not an Italian dish,
No?
but
Well, it's got an Italian feel to it.
it's got an Italian feel. That'll do me. I'm quite happy with
Very
that.
good, guy.
Guys, I really have to say that surprisingly, I would have expected maybe something a bit more robust from a type of wine, but the Vermentino has enough structure to it, enough body to complement both these dishes. Very, very good. Complimenti.
Grazie, grazie
Salute.
mille. Salute a tutti.
Salute a
See you
tutti.
next time. Okay.
Till next time.
Next time.
Sorry for all the hiccups. We've tried our
Don't
best.
worry. Don't worry.
Salute.
So salute. Next time we're
Salute.
going to drink Rosso Fubbiano, okay?
Rosso
And
Fubbiano, good. That's
Guy.
next Thursday at 6:30.
Okay. See you again. Guy, grazie mille.
Can I just say something? Can I thank you, Chiara? Can I thank you, Chiara, very, very much for inviting me onto this show? Thank you very much for that. And I'll pass it on to you. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you, Cristiano.
Pleasure.
Thanks, everybody.
Always fun working with you.
Ciao.
Grazie a tutti. Grazie a tutti. Ciao, ciao. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.